Doesn't matter whether you're 60 years or you are 60 years, if you can adopt the technology, you can learn and learn, you are relevant in this market. Today, challenge is not about high-speed data connection, challenge is not about computing device, challenge is not about single window clearance system. Today, challenge is how to get the good talent. We provide intensive mentorship, and we also provide seed fund of 1 CR in co-investment model. So somebody is putting, some investor is putting 50 lakhs, we also give the 50 lakhs to them.
Hello and welcome to this Moneycontrol podcast from the India Mobile Congress. We're in conversation with Mr. Arvind Kumar, the Director General of STPI, or the Software Technology Parks of India. STPI in the last few decades has played a pivotal role in the growth of Indian IT. But to understand the next chapter of STPI and what we can expect, let's talk to Mr. Kumar. Sir, thank you very much for joining us on this podcast. The IT industry's growth, through the 90s, the 2000s, apart from the SEZ policy, is also because of the whole STPI policy. As things stand, take us through the current role of STPI. How do you plan to go beyond the big cities to smaller towns and ensure more software technology parks are set up?
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be part of this podcast. Software Technology Park of India was established in 1991. At that time, objective was how to promote software export from the country. And in last 35 years around, we started our IT sector software export 52 crores. Now today we have 20 lakhs crore. So that's the scale we have achieved. Now our more focus is on two things basically. One is how to take this growth to Tier-2 and Tier-3 cities. So we are creating STPI center across the country. We started our journey from 3 centers, which is at Pune, Bengaluru and Bhubaneswar. Today we have 68 centers across the country. And these centers, out of 68 centers, 60 centers are in Tier-2 and Tier-3 cities. And the new development which is happening in this country, that most of the development, most of the innovations, most of the services are coming from Tier-2 and Tier-3 cities. This is the development we can see. But at the same time, when we have been our country has been excelling in software services, somewhere software product we were not able to develop. Now STPI focuses to how to make this nation as a software product nation. So our whole idea, whole new development, you can call it STPI 2.0 as well. Now our focus is more on how to create a product from the country. For this we have already created 24 center of entrepreneurship across the country, and these centers are basically domain specific. Like for blockchain we have at Gurgaon, for health tech we have at Lucknow, for AI we have at Mohali and Bangalore. So we are creating now center of entrepreneurship, not center of excellence, because we want that these centers should not do the basic research, these centers should not focus more on applied research, these centers should on translation research. So if an idea, convert this idea into product and sell in the market. So that's why we used to call it center of entrepreneurship, different from center of excellence. And these centers are basically creating a lot of IPRs, lot of products. We are supporting more than 2,000 startups in the country. Many of them are deep tech. And these have created more than 1,000 IPRs for the country, more than 2,000 products in the country. So now whole STPI focus is basically towards making country, a nation, as a software product nation.
Right. So, you mentioned that STPI's focus increasingly is to nurture India's Tier-2 and Tier-3 towns. But this is coming at a time when we are seeing an overall slowdown in the IT services industry because of AI. There have been layoffs by leading players. Many of them are also adopting a hybrid strategy. They are not expanding that much in terms of taking up space or parks like they used to do before. So, what does this mean for STPI? This change that we are seeing at an industry level?
So, the technology is a continuous evolution process. But there are some times comes in 10, 20, 15 years when there is a big jump, leapfrog of the jump. We used to call like AI is now a new jump in the technology. Initially, if you see, there are three big revolution in that stack. So first was electricity. So if there was no electricity, whatever development we are seeing today, it could have taken 500 years, which we have already done in 50 years. Same is true with internet. So second revolution we used to call internet. Whatever revolution you today see, what had happened in 10 years, if there had not been the internet, this development could have taken 100 years. Third, now it is AI. So whenever some big leapfrog, some big revolution comes, there is always some sacking of the industry, some reshuffling in the employees. Those who are now today, you can see a little slow progress maybe in ITS services, but people are reskilling them. Industry are reskilling, people themselves are reskilling, they upskilling. So those who are doing better or best in the IT services, tomorrow they will create wrappers on applications for the AI. So this shift of the technology, and therefore you have to reskill yourself. You want to continue work with COBOL, Pascal and C, and you want to be relevant in the market, I think you are the wrong side. This is now the time when you have to unlearn, learn and adapt. Now because everybody can participate in this technology revolution. It is not that today, thanks to digital public infrastructure created by the government of India, everybody has access to internet. Everybody has access to, so there is no information asymmetry. Whatever information today I have sitting at Delhi, same information maybe at some village at Bihar or Uttar Pradesh or anywhere in the country. Today I am using UPI for my financial transaction. Badge vendor is also using the same UPI transaction. So this leveling of or bridge between rural and urban, poor versus rich has been abridged by this technology. Thanks to digital public infrastructure, this has created really inclusive growth in the country. So now anybody can learn. There is no age bar. Somebody may be an experience of 50 years and maybe today, like Secretary and Abhishek Singh was talking, that 6-year guy was creating AI applications. So this is the big change. Doesn't matter whether you are 60 years or you are 60 years. If you can adopt the technology, you can unlearn and learn. You are relevant in this market.
Right. I also wanted to ask you, sir, one big boom that we have seen in India in the last couple of years is the boom of GCCs or global capability centers. Every MNC wants to set up base in India because of its technology talent. What role can the STPI play here in the GCC boom? What opportunities do you see?
So this is a big change basically. Initially, if you see, outside companies were coming India to low-end job, creating BPOs, creating
it was a
KP.
cost arbitrage.
Right. So they were coming for the cost arbitrage. Now there is a big change. Big companies are not coming for cost arbitrage. Now they are coming for talent. And if anything which is required for really boost this AI further in this country to become the world leader in AI, then I think we should focus more on talent, skilling, and then only GC will come. And I think this is all, whether it's AI mission or STPI, all are working towards it. We are giving training to many students, and we are also giving training to already employed people in IT industry. We are giving training on blockchain, we are giving training on AI. So we have created a very good talent pool from STPI itself. So STPI only objective is not that to provide soft tracks to IT industry. Our objective is to boost whole technology sector as such. So whatever the requirement, when STPI was created, the requirement was how to create high-speed data connections so that our IT industry can export their software to outside the country. This was the focus, this was the main point, that is why STPI was created. Because at that time there was only one telecom service provider who was Videsh Sanchar Nigam. They were offering only 9.6 kilobits per second. So if you have written the code of 100 lines, it will take whole night to go to USA. And therefore STPI was created. So at that time requirement was how to create high-speed data connection, how to provide single window clearance system, so that any export does not go through various stages of typical bureaucratic structure. And third, at that time we were importing each and every laptop. All computing devices were being imported to the country. Today, thanks to the Make in India program, we have our own devices, our own computing devices. So now today challenge is not about high-speed data connection, challenge is not about computing device, challenge is not about single window clearance system. Today challenge is how to get the good talent. So STPI focus is now this all center of entrepreneurship. Not only they are creating innovators, they are providing support to startups, which is 360-degree support from IDSS stage. You can have seed fund there, you can have intensive mentorship there, you can have global connect there, you can participate in any of the event like in the IMC. We also brought multiple STPI nurtured startups are there. So now today, if STPI has to be relevant, which is relevant today, then we have to focus what are the impediments which is required to be removed from to become the software product nation or do better in AI. So we are focusing now on skill, training, upskilling, reskilling, and creating a good talent pool in the country.
Right. Finally, sir, STPI also has a scheme to fund startups or to offer funding for startups. Take us through your targets because I think some time ago you said that you haven't been able to meet the target that was originally outlined under the scheme. So if you can take us through your focus now, what kind of startups will you be looking at? What areas? How much funding? Will the focus again be small towns? If you can give us your perspective.
Very nice. So we run multiple schemes where we provide support to a startup in the form of seed fund or acceleration. So one scheme which is a very popular scheme exclusively for Tier-2, Tier-3 cities, it's called Next Generation Incubation Scheme. In this scheme, we provide support to 12 cities which have been identified by the ministry. And here we provide support of 25 lakh to each startup as a seed fund. Apart from this, we also have one scheme is called Leap Ahead, where we provide intensive mentorship, and we also provide seed fund of 1 CR in co-investment model. So somebody is putting, some investor is putting 50 lakhs, we also give the 50 lakhs to them. So their scheme is called Leap Ahead scheme. We are also part of ministry's scheme is called Genesis scheme, where we provide 40 lakhs to a startup. We are also part of Samriddhi scheme. And all of our COEs, all 24 COEs, they also have some sort of fund, maybe 5 to 15 lakhs. This is again a seed fund. So we provide multiple types of the funding to the startups depending on which stage they are. If they are at the good stage, like they are in revenue generation, then we would take to them to the Leap Ahead scheme where they can get 1 crore rupees. If they are just created their prototype, not in revenue generation, then we use a scheme is called NGIS scheme. But here I would like to make a point that is not important how much money government is giving to a startup. I mean, I don't want to create a startup which is dependent only on the
funds from the
government's fund. So we want to create a scheme wherein we make them how to swim. We don't want to take out from the water and say you have saved. And so therefore, though we have provided maybe 30 to 40 crores to startup, all of the scheme, but they are able to generate, they are able to fetch money from the outside, which is from angel investors or VC, which is more than 600 crore. So this BC is achievement. What we have given, this is not our achievement. We just make them give small amount so that they can start working on that. Because angel investor or VC is not going to give money from the day one. So we make them to how to swim. And once they grow either in terms of revenue generation or in terms of creating more IPR or creating some good product, then we put before investor to them, and then investor investment. That gives happiness to you. You have given a journey to a startup. They were nothing. They just come with the jeans, t-shirt, and chappals, and today they are saying my company is worth of 100 crore. I mean, that gives a good satisfaction to STPI.
Right. On that note, thank you very much, sir, for talking to us.
Thank you.